have a guy whose name is Louis XIV. Tomorrow you go to Versailles, you'll be very good friends with Louis XIV. This is the Sun King. And he has wars all over Europe. And you know, like, and he's winning most of them. And you know how the wars at 1500s look like. You don't shoot each other, you chop each other with a sword. And those people who fight for the king, they come back here, the soldiers, and they are maimed. They have no arms, no legs, and they live like what? Like beggars, and there's no social security. They live all over the place in the streets. We have 30,000 of them. It's a city of beggars. You're a tourist, you come over here, the first thing you see plenty of those people who fought for the country, and now they have no means to live.
So they didn't have a pension?
No, at that time, no way. And the minister of the king, he says, hey, your majesty, no. I hope it's a short one. Yes, it's a short one. And the minister says, Louis, your majesty, do something for them. It's not really good for you as well. People are coming over and seeing that you don't do for. So he built this huge building to house them. Of course, he could not house 30,000, but he could 10%, 10,000, 3,000 more or less. So it was kind of a hospital, a kind of a house, a kind of, the official name of this place is Hôtel des Invalides, Hotel of Invalids. But hotel, it's not, in French, it's not only hotel, it's any big public building. Like the town hall is called Hôtel de Ville, the hotel of the city. Anyway, to be housed here, you had to be in the army for 20 years and you had to participate in what they told you, the daily drill here in this courtyard. Even if you're a main person, you had to come out here at 8 o'clock in the morning for the drill and so on. Now it's the largest museum of history of the army and the military, the largest in the world actually. I call it a divorce place because when you have couples sometimes, the guy is, I'm staying the whole day, and the wife goes like, I'm divorcing you if you stay. The girls normally don't like to visit this museum. We send them to the sculpture museum of Holden, just across the street. Now, you see Napoleon, somebody already know, you notice that there's Napoleon there, you can recognize him right away with the head and with the hand like this. Napoleon actually is buried in this church under the door. Now, Napoleon, 1815, the guy loses, finally he loses the Battle of Waterloo. So the Europeans, all the other allied, especially the British, they got him. They didn't kill him during the battle, so they cannot kill him later on, it will be not honorable. They isolate him, they send him to the island of St. Helena, in exile, in the middle of the Atlantic. It's even nowadays you cannot go there. It's so difficult to get there. Of course, he did not escape. He died 6 years later, in 1821, and they preserve his body with formalin and they bury him on the spot. And we say we want him here. We want to give him a state funeral. He was the greatest French hero. And our best friends, the British, they said, no way, he was a villain. He's staying where he is. It took us 19 years of negotiations to bring Napoleon. It was finally the Queen Victoria of England who became a very good friend of Empress Eugenia of France, and you know, the ladies, blah, 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 and they arranged it between themselves. Victoria says, bring Napoleon over. 1814, in December, they bring him over here. Guys, December, we don't have winter here. We are like you, more or less. You are all from the south of the States. For us, snow, like half an inch of snow, is like, what is this? We close the airport, we break our arms, it's a disaster. I was born in the north of Europe, I was not born in France, and I remember winters, and this is for me, it's like, what are they don't, so you understand it because you're from the south. It was 15th of December they organized the funeral. You know how many people show up for the funeral? 500,000. Normally we don't stick a nose out of it. It shows you how much the French cherish Napoleon. He is buried there together with his two brothers on the side. There is his son buried there. There is Vauban, who is who was the main architect of the military objects for Louis XIV. There is a couple of marshals from the First World War. All the military history of France, with him being the main hero in the middle. That's why you ask me what are the soldiers doing here. Very often you can see groups of soldiers visiting the place, or they actually have some offices here on the side.
There she is. Probably the last time we'll see it. I've always loved the Eiffel Tower. I don't know, I think it's so pretty. Well, most people do, but I really, really like it. And I have an Eiffel Tower lamp in my room, so it was real special to me to see it in person. I know most people want to see the Eiffel Tower, but it was really special to me too. Now we must say au revoir. She's beautiful. I wish that I touched it, but I'm not gonna. I don't know if that sounds weird, but I just want to be able to say I touched the Eiffel Tower. But I didn't touch it. Just saw it, but I wouldn't. You know. I'm grateful than anything that I saw. I think this is my favorite part of the trip. Seeing my beautiful tower. Okay. Oh, do you like our tour guide? I think he's really good. Both our tour guides we've had so far are really good. Au revoir.
We have the Arc de Triomphe here because he had Napoleon, and he promised his soldiers that one day they come from the victorious campaign and they are going to march under the Arch of Glory. And he didn't keep his promise because it took them such a long time to build it that he lost his power, and it was still not finished. And the Brits, they said, you cannot continue something that glorifies Napoleon. So we said to the British, hey, let us finish it because we invested already so much money in it. We change it, we change the design, and it will be for the glories of France in general. And they said, okay, they are nice, the British. And we cheated on them. We never changed a single thing of the design. When you, I'm serious, when you approach it, you're going to see Napoleon looking at you from the side of the Arc de Triomphe. You can see names written on the interior legs of the arc. The big names are the names of the battlefields won by Napoleon. The smaller ones are the names of generals and marshals of Napoleonic army. And you can actually go to the top of the arch. There's stairs, though. You have to walk the stairs, though. You can walk to the top, and the view is really nice because it's in the middle of the biggest intersection of Paris. 12 streets concentrate in the square around the Arc de Triomphe. You can imagine the best where we are driving around there. You're going to experience this anyway. It's a weekday, so it's going to be fun. And it's imposing. Actually, the height of the Arc de Triomphe is 170 feet, so it's not that short. It's really a huge structure. The square where it's located, it was for a long time called the Square Étoile, the Star Square, because of the shape with 12 streets. But then they changed the name into the Square of Charles de Gaulle. We are not happy with name changes. We don't like name changes. So even if we really like de Gaulle, we were protesting against it. And nowadays, 40 years later, people still call it like two names, Charles de Gaulle Étoile. This is a very good language school if you learn French, because you get slang here from the drivers. To the right hand side on the horizon you can see skyscrapers between the trucks there. This is the La Défense, the business district of Paris, which is out of the city. Gate with a beautiful building, the most beautiful building on Champs-Élysées, with golden balconies. You would never imagine what it is. Here to the right. This is upper.
There should be the glass pyramid, guys.
You gotta kind of wait your turn to get up front. Okay, Allie, what do you think of the Mona Lisa? We're on video now.
It's a classic.
Very nice, huh? As you can see. Whoa, look at that. Well, yeah, you still gotta move because you gotta be facing the whole time. We left it here. Iris sets your love free and turns the bridge into a canvas for 4 international artists. Pretty cool. Still a lot of lots.
The Sanchez's, Martha and Nick.
No, never.
I touched it. There's our friends.
Pretty high. It's getting kind of scary. We're not even halfway up. By the time we get up there, we're going to be really high.
Where we could buy the
Sparkling wine or champagne?
Champagne.
Okay. Well, there you go.
It's cool.
Pretty far up there, isn't it?
Muy bonita, so beautiful.
If you take one from here, you can see another one.
Okay.
That's from
I'm
further
gonna
back.
get another shot of this.
Yeah, can you take one of me?
Sure.
Like this, as far from here, because you can see more and not just stay like that.
here we are at the
Like a
top,
tourist.
the tourist at the top of the Eiffel Tower. It's quite the view.
At first I was worried my hat was gonna fly away. Like, oh, I might have to take my hat off. But we're all set.
Alrighty. We're gonna go. Bye.
Listen, everyone have fun. So we ended up going back to the Eiffel Tower after all. I touched it. My new hat. We went all the way to the top. And getting some looks. And I'm smelling whatever's over there. It wasn't looking good that we were going to go up it, but we'll see. Tomorrow we do the Castle of Versailles and then we go to Venice. It was gorgeous. I highly recommend it. Actually, I liked going to the top of the Eiffel Tower better than I liked going to the top of the Empire State Building, but I love that too. I love those kind of views, you know? Gorgeous.
So that I can book for the day after, because it's very high season now, and there will be thousands of people and lots, most of them will be us, people that are on the island of Venice, and the gondola is something that, you know, we'll be fighting for a spot on our gondola. So so long as you let me know, let's say, by tomorrow lunchtime more or less, because that way I can book them for the day after, because otherwise we will have to fit in. That way it can be, you know, sort of, we can sort it out for the gondola ride to be done shortly after the sightseeing, which will leave you some more free time to visit, to go around the city of Venice before going to dinner. Okay?
Reba,
Yeah?
how many people per gondola?
6 people. 6 people fit in a gondola, and it's €20 per person.
Yes, we did.
No, they're so sweet. They're really so sweet.
Yeah, they came in.
Look, there's others there. No rabbits. Sweet.
There's a lot of rabbits
A lot of
around
rabbits. Oh, I hope they don't get run over. My yard all the time. Shoot them.
Oh, is European swallow or
I should see them yesterday.
here. We opened up the curtain. They were running around right out the back of our room.
You had, by your room?
this called?
Every time in front of us.